Good evening. Good to be on. How you doing, Walter? Grimble, how you doing, brother? Yeah, it's cold down here today too, brother. We had about 43 degrees with the wind chill was in the 30s, and wasn't that windy today, but yesterday was pretty bad. We actually had a forest fire over on the mountain. It started on Saturday, and I guess they finally got it under control last evening. So, Dr. Davy, I'm in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I bet it was down there, Grimble. My brother said they were in the 80s, 90s in Texas. He's in northeast Texas. They had rain the past couple days, so actually been good weather for the south. Everybody smoking something tonight? Northern New York. I've been through northern New York to get up into, I think it was Vermont. Well, I was going up to Massachusetts. So I ended up going through northern New York State. But smoking my TPI custom pipe. Thank you, Mark. It's a Barra. Or it's not a TPI custom. What am I saying? It's a Barra pipe. So, no thank you, Mark. Made a mistake. This was one I bought from Bishop's Pipes. It's a 9 mil. Nice little pipe. Kind of a pot shape. Hey, Everett. And today I was at Boswell's dropping off some pipes for my brother. And among other tobaccos, I picked this up today. Sam Gawas 1792 Flake. It's a dark Kendall flake. And got a weird smell to it. Couldn't put my finger on it. It's like a sweet smell. Dark flakes. Real dark flakes. So Archie was like, hey, you gotta try some of this. He knows I like Sam Gawas. Yeah, I bet it. Western New York and Northern New York, from what I understand, is really good sportsman's paradise. Haunted bookshop. Trapper Don, welcome. John Walker, yeah, Tonquin bean. Now, when I read that on the reviews, I had to look up what's Tonquin bean. I never heard of it. And some of the reviews said it's a high nicotine level. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sensitive to high nicotine levels, hence why I can't smoke haunted bookshop a lot. Only on occasion. But I'm detecting chocolatey flavor in this flake. It's actually pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. Old Joe Krantz. Everett, that's one I have not tried yet. But I went down. I dropped off a couple of pipes. My brother had some pipes he needs to get. 2 pipes that he needs to get stems on. And pipe that he wants the stem cleaned up. So I bought some Boswell's Best. And then Archie works there, takes good care of me. Dan and Archie were there today, and Mr. Boswell's there on Mondays too, but I didn't get to talk to him this time around. Archie's like, hey, I know how much you love the Sam Gawas blends. You got to try this if you haven't. And I said I haven't, so I picked some up, and we'll see. We'll see how I like it. Josh, what's going on, brother? Congratulations, Josh. You're moving right up on the subscriber count there on your channel. That's good stuff, man. Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever put that up there. Appreciate that. Smoking next last of cherry blend and a corn cob pipe. Hey, Patches, good to see you. Dwight, cherry blend. That's what I remember my grandfather smoking, cherry blends. And his Dr. Graybos. He was great. So, just so y'all know, Pipe Smoker Cowboy Chris got his channel back. They found he didn't do anything wrong, and then the next day, they suspended him again. So he put another appeal in. What he said was, YouTube's got this computer thing that they got going on, and it's randomly picking people. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. So I don't know if it's true or not. So who knows? So anyhow, so he's back up and running. So Pipe Smoker Cowboy Chris, check his channel out, because he lost some subscribers as a result of that. I was unsubscribed from him the first time they suspended him, so I subscribed back. He hasn't been posting a whole lot lately. He's got a lot going on with work and everything, and so he's been really busy, but he was pretty upset, and I would be too. You know, hundreds of videos that I have out, if they suspended my account, I'd be a little upset. Well, anyhow, if you're just showing up, I'm smoking some 1792 Flake. And I like it. It's really good. Now, we'll see. He is a good guy. We'll see if, he contacted me, he texted me to let me know what was going on. Him and I talked a few times on the phone. Anyhow, I'll get back to the 1792 Flake. I like Flakes. I like the Bold Kentuckys and H&H Bold, and then the dark Kentuckys. And this seems to be pretty good. Now, one review I read said it's a part of the Burley family. I don't know about that, because it's Kentuckys and Virginias. So I don't know where they're getting Burleys out of this. But they did. They called it Burley on the one review. And I don't understand that. Because I'm not a big Burley guy. And I don't know. I would notice if it was a Burley, but I don't think there's Burleys in this at all. So, anyhow. And apparently 1792 Flake, Sam Gawas 1792 Flake is hard to get. Apparently, my brick and mortar, which is Boswell's, has plenty of it in stock right now. He just got a whole bunch in. And he got a whole bunch of esotericas in. Listen, Archie and I talk about this. Dan and I have talked about this. Dan Boswell. A lot of people don't know. You can go online and you can order not just their tobaccos, but other tobaccos. And if they don't have it, you send them an email, tell them what you're looking for. They'll notify you. They'll contact you and say, hey, we got this in. Cabby's mixture, for example. Hey, we got this in. Do you want it? And then you can order it and get it. I mean, you can order anything online from Boswell's. Cigars, pipes, tobaccos, accessories. They have it. I'm not paid by Boswell's. I just happen to love Boswell's shop. They're very good to me because I've dropped quite a bit of money in there, and they take good care of me. But even if I wasn't a long-time customer, they'd still take good care of me because that's the reputation they have. Grimble says, I have a stupid question. What's the difference between regular pipe tobacco and flake other than what it looks, how it looks or comes? Okay, thank you, Everett, for that education. Grimble, hey, Joseph, how you doing? Richard Keating, welcome. It's a stronger, bolder taste. This is kind of pressed. This flake is pressed. The Kentuckys are a bolder. When they say bold, it's bold. Kentucky, the Kentuckys to me are a stronger taste, stronger strength, more strength to them. N.W. Piper, how are you? Good evening. Good evening. They're stronger. The Kentuckys are stronger, I think. That's just my personal. And I like them. Now, if this has a high nicotine content in it, which one reviewer had said it did, because I was reading reviews after I picked it up. I don't know. I will know in a little bit if I start getting woozy. Because I've been off the nicotine. I used to chew snuff tobacco for, God, almost 30 years. And when I first started chewing it, it'd give me a buzz. And I've been off the nicotine for a while. And I know Haunted Bookshop and Aperitif and a couple others, they really hit me. Really hit me. So, got me off the lights off podcast talking about Columbine. Huh. Gee. Is this the anniversary of that massacre? The Columbine massacre? Yep, daylight savings. It's a little lighter out. It's after 7. It's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Trout season's coming up in a couple of weeks here in Pennsylvania, April 3rd. Got my coffee. Black, of course. Ooh, and it's hot. Yeah, Ben. Ben, I had to approve your message, your text. Yeah, it's good, but it does that to me. And some people have suggested blending it with something else to kind of knock it back a little bit. Yeah, PVD, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, I was debating being outside tonight or being inside, and there's no wind. It's chilly out. And I thought, well, I'd rather be outside. I like being outside in the fresh air. I was going to light up the fire pit. I built a fire pit in my backyard. I was going to light that up, but I thought, now I'll wait until it's lighter out longer because I have no lighting out there. As you can see, I got a lamp that's lighting up here a little bit. And we'd lose lighting real quick. I don't know how long I'm going to be on today. I had a migraine all day and got up a little while ago and went down to Boswell's. It seems to be working its way out. Black House by Hearth and Home. I've never seen that from Hearth and Home. Joseph, I'm going to have to check that out. Yeah, a little. I remember when that happened. Remember it well. I mean, who doesn't? It's a horrible day. To me, it was as bad as the Oklahoma City bombing. Glad that nut job's gone. They executed him. But thank you for all the thumbs up so far. I appreciate it, folks. Listen, I want to tell you again, Pipe Smoker Cowboy Chris, his channel is back up. If you're not subscribed, get on there. It unsubscribed me the first time they suspended. They suspended him twice in 3 days. But he's back up and he's running and he's good to go. He was a little upset about it. And I would be too. But I wanted to tell you about a friend of mine. He's a musician. He's a singer-songwriter. Benjamin Owens. He's out of Missouri. I met him in Nashville when I was down for my trip down to Nashville. And he was playing at the George Jones Bar and Restaurant. Talented singer-songwriter. He's going full tilt into the YouTube scene with his music. And if you like country music, and I'm talking traditional, George Jones, Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings, George Strait, Mark Chestnut, stuff like that, check his channel out, Benjamin Owens. And you tell him John Williams sent you, the bearded Welshman. And greatly appreciate it. Yeah, Richard, that was over 20-some years ago. I was on duty when that happened, working as an EMT. I was on duty for a lot of things when bad things happened. It was a rough stretch there, being a first responder back in those days. He had a lot of stuff going on. But we had a major forest fire. Like I said, Saturday into Sunday night. They finally got it under control, which is a good thing. And just over about 5 miles that way, I can see the mountain range from here, on the other side of the mountains. So, hey, PVD, thank you very much for that for that super chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, folks, super chats are welcome in this room. PVD, thank you very much. I appreciate that, brother. It's part of how I make my living now. I'm now officially retired from working, period. So if you want to put a super chat in, have at it. It buys me a cup of coffee. It pays some bills. It pays for some tobacco. It helps me out a little bit. But I appreciate that, PVD, very much. But I'm going to go on here and acknowledge some more people. I think I missed some people. Ben Love, NW Piper, Patches, Seller, Joseph Healy, Everett, Grimble, Paul the Piper. I missed you, Paul. Welcome. Good to see you. Joshua Fritz, Dwight Ryder, Trapper Don. Good to see you. Dr. Davey, as always. And Walter Siren. Are all the people up right now. But, yeah, I've been kind of relaxing. Past couple weeks haven't been able to do much for Monday Night Lives and stuff. I kind of feel bad about that. This 1792, well, you got to let that dry for quite a while. It's pretty moist. It's good stuff. It's got a nice, I'm detecting a chocolatey flavor in that. It's got a sweet smell to it, aroma. Gives off a nice room note. The tin note is pretty good. Unlike anything else I've ever smelled before. And I'm kind of glad I tried it. I'm going down next week to pick up those pipes for my brother. So I'll probably pick me up 2 more tins of that stuff and another pipe. I informed Mrs. Bearded Welshman I'd be picking up a pipe next week. The bathroom is almost done. Ran into some issues with it, with some plumbing and stuff, and had to redo a few things. Let's just say it started out just a paint job, and ended up being a complete tear out, except for the shower stall, which is fairly new. So Finishing it up this week. I'll put some pictures up next week or in a video. I'll put some pictures up in a video. That's easier to do. I can't figure out how to do that when I'm live. It's got a nice retro hail to it too. I really enjoy the Sam Gawas blends. They're very good quality, very high quality tobacco. Rightfully so. It's Samuel Gawas. And I saw somebody today posted something in Facebook, I think it was, that Gawas and Hogarth is hard for them to get. And I'm curious as to, because I see it at my brick and mortar Boswell's. I see it on other sites too, so I don't understand that. I think it was in the old Codgers Facebook page that Pittsburgh Pipers in, Jim Murray, a number of guys. Yeah, get the full aroma when you're standing behind. My wife, when I smoke my Fireside Lane 1Q or Boswell's Best, she loves that smell. It's on my clothing and my beard. She loves that smell. And that's a good thing. Some of them she doesn't like so much. Pipe and Sparky. Shaky Piper, thank you very much. Yeah, doing real good. The migraines are the biggest issue right now, the biggest hurdle. Yesterday, Mrs. Bearded Welshman and I, we bought like 8 rose bushes, a rhododendron, an azalea bush, and a couple other flowery plants, and we were planting all afternoon. And physical like physical labor for me to do, gotta get a haircut, man. Physical labor for me to do, I can do it, but then I suffer, and the neck triggers the migraines. And I woke up today, I had to take Merle to the vet. He's getting blood work done because we're going to get him neutered. And they do blood work before they do that. And when I was there, I mean, it was a 30-minute ride to the vets. And my neck was just killing me. It was like 8 o'clock this morning. And I thought, uh-oh. And I was there a good hour. It was about 2.5 hours around, the whole thing. And I never thought I was going to get home. And I had a full-blown migraine. And I just took some medicine and went to bed. And then I couldn't get comfortable. My neck was so sore. It was hurting so much. And I couldn't get comfortable. And then it finally started subsiding, thank God. Yeah, I got one coming up in April too. Richard, I got a colonoscopy coming up too. I don't mind a colonoscopy. It's the preparation that kills you. Man. Because it's like the never-ending bathroom. I started getting them early. I'm 52. I started getting them at 48 because my dad had a history of polyps. And my first one, they removed some polyps. And then after that, I had them for 2 years after that. Colonoscopies. And they didn't see anything. So they told me I was good for a couple of years. And they called me and said, hey, you're due in April. So I said, yeah, why not? Yeah. Unless someone wants you neutered. Shaky. Yeah. It's like you're crapping concrete out for a whole day. Oh God, it's just completely empties your bowels, which is a good thing. You need to do that every now and then, But whew, some, the preparation is the hardest part. But anyhow, let's get off the colonoscopies. So hopefully they won't find anything in this one that I have, and hopefully they won't find any in the one you're having. So, but Richard, that is. I'm hoping they don't. I'm pretty sure it's the diet. Pondering the Pepe's pipe. Is that how you say it? Welcome. Pondering with Pepe's pipes. I'm going to have to make sure I'm subscribed to you because I don't recall that name. But welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate that. Joseph, Fireside is actually Lane 1Q. When I first started smoking it about 3 years ago, I was getting it from the local brick and mortar where we used to live. And I finally went in one day and said, what is this? When they put the blends out in the jars at the brick and mortars, if they say it's Lane 1Q, they have to have all the labeling with it that the FDA or tobacco or whatever, alcohol, tobacco, or ATF or whatever requires them to do. So they name it theirs. Welcome, Signalman Tony. Hey, that lighter is great, man. I keep that in my truck. Thank you, Tony, for that lighter. So they have to label it. They put their own name on it. Then they don't have to put anything. This is the way the guy explained it to me. So he finally told me it was Lane 1Q, which makes sense. Because I was trying to find it. And someone told me to ask him. So that's what I did. I asked him. And that's what he told me. And I have to take his word for that. So Zippo lighters are great. I just wish they never ran out of fluid. But what's it called? Cotton bacon. If you put that in, it helps to insulate around the edges here. If you lay your Zippo down and you leave it laying down, I find Paul the Piper. Yeah. That it leaks the fluid, vapor, it evaporates. I find if I leave it in a cool place, it doesn't evaporate so much. Richard, I put your comment. I love it how they asked me to do that. So yeah, that's what I always have. I have two cans of lighter fluid now, and Mrs. Bearded Welshman and I are looking into RVing 4 months out of the year. So in the cold winter months, because she works from home, we're looking to possibly, well, we're out looking for our RVs now. I got a big old diesel that we're going to travel to the warmer states in the wintertime. Leave after Christmas and come home sometime around April. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Richard, you got that right. That'll dry your hands out real quick. Not to mention, you stick your fingers in your mouth, that's a horrible taste. Takes forever to get rid of. Got a bald eagle flying. Got a couple bald eagles in the area. We got farmers' fields all over the place. But I remember when I was a teenager, I worked at a full service gas station, and I tripped over the pump hose. I was in a car one day, and it flipped the hose out, and I had it locked on the on position, and it sprayed me in the face with gasoline, and I swallowed a whole bunch of it. Went into the bathroom, washed my face off, called poison control, and they said your bowels will probably be greasy for a couple of days, but you should be fine. If you have any other reactions, get to the ER right away. You can't set your fingers on fire. I've set my shirt on fire. I've set the carpet on fire. I set the carpet on fire. Started to. I got it tamped out before it really caught. You got to watch with the lighter fluid, man, because you'll burn it up. My one jacket's got holes in it from ashes and stuff. So I've been gone for a couple weeks on the lives. Put a couple of videos out. I hope y'all like them. And gonna change some things up. I do the super chats now in my lives, and so I appreciate that. PVD, thank you again. I forget your first name, PVD, but thank you. That's a way for me to make extra money. Helps me pay for my hobby. Yeah. I watched the birds, God, it has to be 30 years ago. And back when that came out in the 50s, late 50s, early 60s. And that was a horror film. And I was like, how's that a horror film? Alfred Hitchcock got some great movies out, though. But Horatio, that's right. I'll never forget that again. But yeah, Alfred Hitchcock put out some good movies. I've been trying to catch up on some YouTube videos of people that I haven't watched in a while. 2 a.m. Pipe on the Patio, Onion. Beard's looking good, by the way, Onion. He been catching up on his. Andrew Sirigliano's been putting some videos out. Four Eyed Piper's back on again. Good to see him on. Paul the Piper. I think it was Paul the Piper. I saw some. I watched so many videos. I'm not big into the TV as much anymore. I watch movies, documentaries, and stuff like that. But I'm really not into TV shows. I mean, I don't know. You can waste so many hours sitting in front of the TV screen. So I sit in front of this screen. No. So anyhow, it's just, one of those. And I wanted to catch up on some of the videos I haven't been able to see. And there's some gaws going on right now. Buckeye Piper, it's got a gaw. There's a number of gaws going on. Redcoats Returns, been doing some videos. Love his channel. And John Panzer. If you don't know who John Panzer is, Jean Panzer. He's Switzerland, I believe, is where he's from. He does giveaways all the time. He gives pipes away all the time. And so I was catching up with a bunch of things like that. Mark, TPI, Tobacco Pipes International. Mark's been doing some really good videos. Sailorman Piper, I just started watching some of his stuff. Matt the Irish Piper disappeared. Does anybody know what happened to Matt? Did he get suspended? Did they do the same thing to him that happened to Pipe Smoker Cowboy Chris? Does anybody know Matt the Irish Piper? Because he just, gone. I went to his channel, and his channel's there, but there's no videos. They're gone. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he just decided to take his stuff down or what the deal is, so. Everybody get their stimulus checks? Buy American with those checks. Put it back into the economy. Here's the funny thing. They're going to raise our taxes now. I think Biden was just in the news of Biden's raising our taxes. biggest increase in years. So I didn't know that. It was filmed in North Carolina. Parts of it. I didn't know that. That's interesting. They just don't make movies like they used to anymore, you know? We watched that Fast and the Furious one, Hobbs, and with Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham last weekend, which was pretty good. It's action-packed. I mean, from the get-go, all the way through the movie. It's actually pretty good. I'm not a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise. Saw the first movie. Meh. We decided to watch that. But, you know, they just don't make movies like they used to, man. It just... There's no good storylines. And it's just not good. You know, I watch old westerns, John Wayne, stuff like that. There you go, Joseph. You know what? Look for the basket pipes. I've always believed this, and I've said it numerous times. Basket pipes and pipes that are no-name pipes tend to be some of the best pipes I have. This is a Barra. It's not very well known. Got it off of Bishop's Pipes. He has a Instagram page and a Facebook page. He's really good to me. I bought probably 8 or 9 pipes from him. I bought 6 or 7 pipes from Mark at Tobacco Pipes International. Adding to my collection of Boswell pipes, I've got my Svenborg, my beloved Svenborg, which I've been not smoking as much lately. And my LL Beans. I got a couple of really nice Dr. Graybos. And of course, I have my custom builds. My Tracy Mincer custom builds. I have a Wally Frank, 2 Wally Franks, and 4 Tracy Mincer custom builds, which I love. I like smoking the 9 mils better. I got a nice Wessex. I've got this. I've got my Svenborg, and that's it. It's all the 9 mil pipes I have, and I prefer the 9 mils. Go figure. But I enjoy smoking my Tracy Mincer pipes immensely. I love those pipes. Somebody just popped up. Who is that? Little Fat Morgan. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Always welcome people in. I know some people have been remembering John matches. Past few weeks, couple months. And the end of this week, probably Saturday or Friday night, I'm going to be putting up a video. I finally got my hands on an elusive pipe maker's pipe. He makes them, he calls them the working man's pipe. Beans 316, a Brian Doran pipe. I bought a Brian Doran pipe. Reminds me a lot of my Svenborg. I finally got one. Got it on eBay. That's where Brian sells his pipes. And looking forward to that pipe. So I'll be doing a pipe unveil. Simon, I didn't see you in here. I got my Simon, my LCS Briar 207, number 207. I smoke one blend in that, Dan's blend. That pipe smokes Dan's blend very well. Good to have you in here, Simon. I have been missing, well, I was lurking on your last live. I miss your morning drives. I really miss your morning drives, Simon. Simon, if you could do a video, I'm curious to hear what you have to say about the Duke and Duchess, Harry and Meghan, and the thoughts on that, and what the temperature is over in England on that situation. Because Orca Winfrey put that interview out, and I kind of didn't watch it. Caught bits and pieces from comments that I saw on social media and the news. It sounds like we got some upset Royals. I'll be looking for that video. Curious to see what your thoughts are on that, Simon. Because it's all the uproar here in the United States. Yeah, Paul, you're right. They're not liked here in the United States very much. Interesting to hear. I'll be looking for that video, Simon. That'll be interesting to see. But that pipe, that LCS Briar, it's a nice pipe. Simon's been pumping out the pipes. The more you do, the better you get. The more you do, the better you get. Yeah, no, that's a wise, because you never know, Simon, with today's cancel culture. God forbid they try to suspend you on YouTube for saying something. But you also want to, if you're going to make a commentary on something, you also got to be ready for the backlash from people's comments, and you got to be ready. You got to really, if you're going to comment on something, I guess you better, you got to have your ducks in a row. Richard, that would be a sad thing if the royal family falls apart. I think Queen Elizabeth has been a wonderful monarch. That monarchy with her being the queen for, God, I don't know, 50 plus years. Very, very, seems like a very nice person that it just, the society we're in today, it's hard for her to, she has to walk a thin line when she says things. I think this one's out. I think I'm going to load up my LL Bean bent billiard. Yep, all done with that 1792 Flake. Those of you that joined late, yeah, the Queen does rock. 1792 Flake. First time I smoked it was just now. I'm very impressed with it. I'm not picking up a high nicotine content off of that. So I don't know who that reviewer was on the internet. I'm not finding a high nicotine content in there. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I'm going to load up some Fireside. Lane 1Q. My go-to. And my LL Bean bent billiard. Love this pipe. But I was at Boswell's today, and now when I was there a few weeks ago, they were rotating some of the pipes that they had out for sale. Hey, Portsmouth. Yes, it is a great blend. You can't go wrong with a Sam Gawas. But Boswell's has a ton of pipes out on the rack. They had a lot of empty spaces. The last time I was there was a few weeks ago, and they put a whole bunch. And he's really made some really put them out and doing. They're just, I don't know. They're just nice pipes. My lighter's going out too. Should have filled that up before it came out. WKR Piper, how you doing, Odie? Everybody's in the house tonight. But Boswell's, fortunately for me, I live so close. Unfortunately for Mrs. Bearded Welshman, we live really close. It's about a 25-minute drive, 25-minute drive. Because I spend money on tobaccos, been buying pipes. Last trip there, I spent close to $400. But it's getting dark out now. It's getting there. I like daylight savings. All right, Simon, thanks for stopping by. It's probably after 11 or 12. I know you got to get some rest. If you put that video up, I'll look forward to seeing that. Appreciate you stopping in. Everybody say goodnight to Simon. Thank you for all the thumbs up, folks. I appreciate that. I've been missing a lot of lives lately, too, and I feel bad. Steph and Skip Canes, I haven't made a Saturday live for them in a while. I feel bad about that, but with it getting nicer out, we're out, we're doing things out. We're getting Pennsylvania's opening up more. We're going to 75% capacity in restaurants, and the bars are open back up. You don't have to order food in order to go to the bar, which is a good thing because our economy has taken a hit in Pennsylvania. And so we're going to 75% capacity in restaurants and bars. I'm assuming our state will open up soon. And here's what I don't get. The vaccines, they say they're out there. We can't find them. We're on 3 different waiting lists for the vaccine. Done a lot of research on it. In the beginning, I was against the vaccine because there wasn't enough information out there. And then talking to the doctor, and a couple of doctors that I know, there's been extensive studies done on them in a short period of time because the government funded it and they cut a lot of the red tape out. So they seem pretty safe. And we'll see, time will tell. Time will tell. And if you don't want to get a vaccine, hey, that's up to you, That's cool. Speaking of World War One, I watched that film that director did dedicated to his grandfather about World War One, and they colorized it and did all the voiceovers and everything. They had experts come in and read the lips of the people because they were silent films, and they voiced over in it, and it was really well done documentary, and you were in the trenches, and very, very well done. I think Jackson, I think it's the guy that did Lord of the Rings, the director. His grandfather was a World War II or World War One. That veteran, and it was very well done. See, those are the kind of shows I like. I think it's important that we study history. Peter Jackson, thank you. Pipe Grump, welcome. I think it's important that we don't remove statues. We don't remove things from society. I think that we need to talk about them. We need to learn about the mistakes that we made so we don't repeat them. But we also need to learn the good things that happened from them so that we don't, so that we can improve and take the good and keep it and take the bad and remember so we don't make those mistakes again. Hacksaw Ridge. That's a great movie. They shall not grow old. That's it. That's the slow motion. That's the one. They shall not grow old. great, great film. If you're, my wife wouldn't have liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm home all day. 1917. I started to watch that and I didn't finish it. And I want to watch it. Smoking Kentucky Piper. Welcome. Good to see you too, my friend. 1917. I think I'll watch that. I think I'll watch that tomorrow. But this would have been a good night to be out by the fire. I wonder if the fire pit will put off enough light for me to do maybe my next live. Maybe my next live I'll do it out at the fire pit. Picking up some Adirondack chairs to sit around the fire pit. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that next Monday. I live in a neighborhood or in a township where they don't like you to have fire pits, but if you cook on them, you can have them. So we'll be grilling. I got a big grate that I'm putting on there so we can grill off of them. Hamburgers and steaks and hot dogs and stuff like that. Who's on after me tonight? I think it's Paul the Piper that's on tonight after me live. I think that's the one that's after mine on Mondays. But I think we're going to start to see things calm down a little bit with the coronavirus. Yeah, it's a town ordinance, Richard. If you have it, they don't. It's an unenforced. They don't enforce the ordinance. People have them, but if you have a, all you gotta do is say, look, I cook hamburgers and hot dogs and steaks on it. They don't say anything. So, what are you gonna do? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna find me? They're gonna get on me about it. We're buying our new grill this weekend. Big one. It's gonna be a smoker. It's going to be a smoker grill with gas, and we can burn pellets or wood or charcoal in it. I'm looking forward to that. Never used a smoker. I'll be learning. Hopefully I won't screw it up. But, yeah, we're getting the house, the outside all done up and everything for the nice weather that's coming. Going shopping for an RV this weekend. Yeah, I can't hear him here. Where I used to live, you could hear him. Slow Motion Piper, you from the area? You live in the area here? The maker of the grill, Oklahoma something. They had on the news that, Camp Hill, that's right. Brother, you and me need to get together. We need to do a pipe meetup, buddy. You need to come down and maybe we can go down to Boswell's and have a nice little time down at Boswell's. We might be doing a meetup in May. I got to talk to Beans 316 and Ghost Cobb and Smoking Fireman, Cody. Because the one we scheduled last year got canceled, obviously, because of the coronavirus. So if we do it, Slow Motion, I'll be in touch. I'll put a video up about it. But I got to talk to those guys. Northwoods. I had some Northwoods last night. No, we can't smoke in bars and restaurants in Pennsylvania. I guess you could in the outside decks, but if people complain, they'll ask you to I guess, put them out. I'd never tried it. But it's been a law in PA that you can't for some years now. Oh, Boswell's got a new one out called Military Force. It's in English. It's really good. Their Imperial English is good. Their private stock, which is in English, is really good. But I got some Military Force. JM was telling me, Mr. Boswell, the man, was telling me about the Military Force. And that's why I got it, because he said I would like it. And he was right. I do like it. Yeah, I'd have to run an extension cord out to have the lamp, but I might do that next week, and I might just run an extension cord out just so I have a little bit of lighting. But I have a lantern that I could probably put up to that probably would work better. But I know one thing, it'll be warmer. It's chilly out. It's getting colder. Temperature's dropping. I installed ceiling fans this weekend in the house. Put a new light in the hallway. Man, it was a busy weekend this last weekend. Yeah, Richard, because I don't know of any diners or bars that, well, there's private clubs. We have a Hunters and Anglers Club that I used to belong to. They allow you to light, because it's a private club, you can do what you want. Yes, Military Force, Tony, is an English blend. It's new. It came out last November, I think, is when JM told me. So it's fairly new. It took them about 3 years to get that thing right, to get that blend right. And it's a dark tobacco. It's a darker tobacco. It's a finer cut tobacco. But it's really good. I mean, I like it. But Mr. Boswell, he educated me that day on the phone. Yeah. What was his name? Bob Conrad? Cannon? Bob Conrad? Yeah. I think that's what his name was. He had that deep Cannon. Bob Conrad. He had that deep voice. But yeah, I remember when I was working on the ambulance, we used to go out to dinner in restaurants, and I didn't smoke cigarettes, and some of the crew would smoke their cigarettes right there at the dinner table while we were eating. And to think now you can't do it, it's weird. What's that symbol, Dwight? What does that symbol mean? William Conrad. William Conrad. Robert Conrad was Baba Black Sheep. Dare you to knock this battery off my shoulder. That was that guy. Yeah, that's right, he did do the voice of Rocky Bullwinkle. He was the narrator, yeah. Yeah. Back when TV was good. I mean, there's good shows out there. Don't get me wrong, there's good shows out there, but nothing that I'm really interested in, you know. Yeah, he was a chubby guy. I always liked him, though. Streets of San Francisco with Carl Malden and a young Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas was in the Streets of San Francisco. Man, I'm aging myself now. Jeez. But here's the deal, folks. We're getting an RV. Look, the owls are out. I can hear an owl hooting. we're getting an RV and I'll be traveling the States full time for 4 months with the wife. And I'll be doing my music and she'll be working. She can work anywhere where she has good internet, she can work. So we're going to get an RV. And in the winter months after Christmas, like I said, we're going to travel the warmer states and do the RV thing. And I'll be doing videos and lives from wherever I'm at. And then if anybody's in those areas where I'm at, we're going to be doing Kentucky, Tennessee, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina. Like to make it into Arizona, New Mexico, and maybe get out to Midwest, out to Kansas, and then get out to Wyoming. I'd love to get to Wyoming. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Now that I'm pretty much done working, I can't work anymore. It is what it is. Yeah, where's Briarworks at in Tennessee? Because we're going to be camping out outside of Nashville and Gatlinburg for a while. The Lone Ranger's Creed. I will look that up. I used to, now, if any of you guys remember the restaurant, fast food restaurant, Roy Rogers, I used to belong to the Roy Rogers Buckaroo Club as a kid. You get a plastic mug that looked like a wooden mug, and you get a certificate. Columbia, Tennessee. I'll have to check that out. I want to get down to Murfreesboro, visit Old Pops. Hey, that's the other thing. Old Pops is back on. I think he's still recovering, but he did a video the other day. Him and Mrs. Old Pops had COVID. It was bad. It was pretty bad. They were in bad shape. That's why he wasn't doing videos for a while. And he came on yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. Did a video. He's doing better. You could see he's not back to normal. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. But you could tell he's a little weak. And but he's doing good. He survived it. Thank God. Thank God he survived it. I love Old Pops. So when we go down, I'd like to visit Old Pops down in Murfreesboro. It's where he's at. That would be the route we would go down to get to Nashville area. And I'm gonna go down there, and if we go down to Nashville for a little while, I'm gonna play the bars on Broadway, and a couple of bars that are not on Broadway. Broadway's the main street where Ernest Tubb Record Shop is, Old Red, Tootsie's, the Bluebird, Legends. Hopefully I'll get to play down there. Just me and my guitar. Well, Columbia, Tennessee. Horatio, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that, my friend. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Star of the East Flake. Is that a C&D, Cornell and Deal blend, Everett? It's one I haven't tried. Not a big fan of Cornell and Deal stuff. However, Mark sent me Privateer, I want to call it. It's actually pretty good. Yeah. But, all right, folks. I'm almost done here with my second pipe of the night. I only had 3 pipes today. And again, I was laid up most of the day in bed with a migraine, so. I'm going to call it quits here in a few minutes. I appreciate y'all coming on. We've gone over an hour. I appreciate y'all sticking with me. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I appreciate it very much. Listen, folks, support these live videos that people, when they put a live out, get on there. You know, you don't have to say anything. Okay, it's a C&D. The Beast. I've heard about the Beast. I haven't tried that. Curmudgeon, Doug. Doug, how are them tacos this week, huh? Last week. But Horatio, thank you very much for the super chat. I do appreciate it, my friend. But if you get a chance to, you see someone's goes live, man, get on there. That's a great way to support people. Everybody say hello to Doug. Give him an elbow shot. Elbow shot, Doug. Doug, I'm coming to North Carolina, and I'm gonna force feed you tacos. Killing you, huh? But I appreciated everybody that come on late. Sorry, but we're ending. It's cold. My pipe's almost done. Coffee's gone. I need to get inside and warm up a little bit. Pat Merle on the head. Ron, you're in. Salmon and baked potato. My wife loves salmon. Slow motion. Seriously, my friend, John Bearded Welshman at gmail.com. Slow motion. Get a hold of me, man. You ever want to get together and smoke a pipe? I'm up for it, man. I love getting together with people. And you got to get up early, Dwight. Going to Atlanta. Lucky you. But appreciate it all. I appreciate it all. Thanks, Patches. I appreciate it. Everybody, thank you for coming on. Again, a lot of people, too many to just go down through and name, but you know who you are, and I appreciate your support and all the love you give me and everything, and I appreciate y'all being patient with me, not doing the lives for a couple weeks. I'll be on next week. Hopefully we'll be out back in the fire pit, and I'll set up a table out there and everything, and we'll do it out there. But until next time, everybody, I love you. Thanks for all the thumbs up. God bless you. God loves you. I love you. Light 'em up.